Welcome back to The Last Stand 2, where I will bring up how much I hate Aspenwood. Part of the reason this town is so obnoxious and annoying and really hard is because all of the buildings take awkward amounts of time to search. Like, yeah, there's less of them, but those two took 5 hours each, meaning because, you know, that changes the map to the point where you barely have enough time to fix the barricade. And on top of that, you're searching less buildings overall. So, Aspenwood is... I hate Aspenwood. That's why I try and get out of here as quick as I can. I mean, the good news is, since there's so little buildings, you're more than likely gonna find stuff, but... And there I was showing off the landmine. I used my traps pretty, inefficiently this playthrough. Not that they're that great, it's just you can use them better. Frankly, you're better off stockpiling them until the night before you know you can make it to Union City, and then just lay them all down in the last in your last fight. But Aspenwood didn't give me too much trouble that time, so well, at least there's that. Yeah, you only need 4 supplies to move on. To Jonestown. Jonestown is in theory the hardest level that's not optional, because you'll see I have 2 more places to go to. There's Fort Jones, I think that was, or Fort Tran or something like that, and Union City. Now, Fort whatever it is has a lot of awesome weapons you can find, like a rocket launcher and stuff like that. But if you have enough supplies to make it there, you have enough supplies to make it to Union City. And once you go to Union City, you've won. So it's all a little odd. So I consider this to be what should be the hardest level in the game. But you know, this Jonestown's never given me trouble before. I always beat it. I don't know, it's like I'm in the zone or something at the end. But your barricade has 50, because that seems to be the stock standard. Even though one of the supposed innovations is that they changed health between barricade to barricade. Or from barricade to barricade, that would be more proper English. A lot of them just have 50. And that's another hard part of this game, which... I mean... I could agree that 100 health is a bit much. Even though there was that one time in level, like, Night 2 in the first game where I was down in the teens, I think. Yeah, at this point, you know, it's just a bunch of shooting, but you have to be on top of your game. Like, you can't just mindlessly shoot. You have to pay attention. Don't play like I play, because I do terribly in Jonestown this time. Just terribly. But at least the buildings here aren't obnoxious. You know, I'm just checking. I'm doing math in my head and leaving 1 hour undone, even though I couldn't do anything with it. But yeah, as you saw earlier, I did manage to find the AK-47. That was the gun that I left unfound in the first game, besides the super sniper, whatever that thing's called. And that zombie will just champ the propane tank. Propane tanks happen to be the most useless trap. Like, I don't know how he champed that. It should have killed him. But you might have seen it. You'll probably see it coming up. I just tend to shoot those the moment something is next to them. I don't wait for them to get surrounded or wait for a more efficient use of them, because once one zombie starts to block your shot to that propane tank, it gets really hard to hit that thing. So, like I said, they're pretty useless. Like, they're more common than landmines, and as a result, they're absolutely useless. But you're about to see an interesting feature. You're getting pretty low on health for that barricade. All it takes is a few more runners. Because they're guaranteed to get hits in, and the barricade goes down to 1 health, and once that happens, your allies run away. Yeah, thanks, guys. You could have waited until it was absolutely gone. I mean... You're welcome. I saved the day. Who am I kidding? I couldn't have gotten this far without him. Absolutely necessary in this game, your extra survivors. And I say that like they weren't absolutely necessary in the previous game. Yes, don't do what I'm doing. Don't just set up traps like that. Just save them for a better occasion. Yep, there's a melee guy at work. A fat running melee guy. Killed one of my dudes. And Jonestown has been pretty mean to me with my findings. You know, you need 6 supplies to leave here. 6 supplies. That's all you need. And I should mention that if you have a full party of 5, and you happen to search a building that the game has put a survivor in, it still counts. You still found that survivor, you just didn't get him. So, if you start losing dudes in Jonestown, it becomes really risky because you've probably been searching this whole time and you might not be able to fill that slot back in because you found the survivor when he couldn't join you. So, yeah, Jonestown can be hard for that reason. I can't recall ever finding survivors in Jonestown. Maybe they just aren't here. Now that I think about it. But yeah, you need 6 supplies. I need 3 more, and I keep needing to fix the barricade. You know? And it's become harder now because I lost a guy. It used to be 15 points per hour. Now it's 10 points per hour. You know, I've never had this much trouble in Jonestown. I don't know. Yeah, the revolver's still better than the sawed-off shotgun, I find. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just see better use with the revolver in the hands of one of my survivors than the sawed-off shotgun in the hands of one of my survivors. And I can't use the Saudi because I have to have the Uzi and I have to have the chainsaw. Because of all these frickin' runners. Just stop. You know, they're the ones you should be looking out for. And the reason you shouldn't just shoot these walkers and let your dudes take care of the walking ones is because you should reload anytime you get done killing runners and just prepare for the next bunch of runners. I sometimes get so in the moment that I forget to do that. Like now I'm back in my head, so at that point I started to play a little more defensively and wisely. But the game likes to do this thing where every time I reload to prepare, that's when it sends a horde of runners, so they get to the barricade and I'm still in the middle of my reload action. I just need one more supply, and then I can win. One more supply, and if I can find that one more supply, it's just one more night. Just one more night. I found it. One more supply. Just make it through tonight, and that's that. Oh. I have plenty of time. You have until, night 40. Really night 34. Because you have to be in Union City by night 40, I believe. So I have 8 more days. Certainly not going to Fort Tran. I think that's what the fortress is called. Or the military base, not the fortress. Oh, but it's pretty rough. The barricade's in terrible shape. Oh. No, that's the wrong part to hit him. Oh, we're doing this again, are we? Alright, guys. Thanks for nothing. So when they drop the barricade, once they get to the barricade, they slow down. This makes them easier to handle. You just have to manage your ammo and, well, use that chainsaw if you have ammo for it. Huh. Huh. You have no idea how mad I was. I finally get this thing recorded right and proper, and that was the one I lost. I recorded it again just to get the ending. I didn't do it in Armor Games, so this is an older version of the game. I don't actually remember where I was when I played this. I don't know, I was having issues recording at Armor Games, so I tried a different website and that fixed it. But this is an older version of the game. So Fort Tran is not visitable. Not that I wanted to show it off anyway. But yeah, I saved all my traps. Because I wasn't going to do that again. I would have showed you this playthrough, but it wasn't as good as the last one. It's just I ended up losing the last one. But yeah, this is the difference that the randomness can make. Look at this. I mean, maybe it's because it's an older version, but this is what Jonestown is normally like for me. This is what the last night is normally like for me. Minus the lag there. But yeah, I had an easier time there. And I had 8 supplies. That's more than enough. Yeah, you see you can't go to Fort Tran. But the ending's the same in both versions, so... There you go. That's The Last Stand 2. I'm done talking about it. I never want to play this game again. I don't like it very much. If you liked what you saw, maybe you'll have fun with it. Well, I have to stop killing time now. Hardware issues or no. I've been recording something else. So I'm probably going to record a bit more of the next week and not upload anything for next week. So I'll see you in a couple weeks or so with a new playthrough. Bye-bye. Have a good one.